Today's video has been sponsored by Fiverr. Hello my peeps and welcome back to the channel for TikTok tests 18, 21, they all blend together at this point, I really don't know. And as much strange enjoyment as I know some of you sickos out there get watching me retch over disgusting TikTok creations, we're gonna be trying to find some good ones today. Some hidden gems, if you will. I asked you guys, as well as enlisted the help of my friend Sawyer and Stefan, to find some delicious looking viral TikTok recipes, and we have compiled the yogurt custard toast, probably the 12th spicy sweet TikTok ramen hack, some very good and aesthetic looking mango shrimp tacos, and then to round everything off, a kind of bizarre one-pan chicken pasta bake. All of these links will be down in the description as always. Please go give some love to the original creators of these recipes, but let's get right into this one. Maybe with the exception of the chicken pasta bake, these have got to be some of the most pretty and just eye-catching TikTok recipes we've tried so far. But before I can tackle any of them, I gotta give a shout out to today's sponsor, Fiverr. Fiverr is the largest marketplace for digital services in the world. They are revolutionizing work as we know it. No matter the project you're working on and whoever you want to team up with, Fiverr has the freelance power to help you achieve your goals. In under just 5 minutes and at unbeatable prices, Fiverr can connect businesses with freelancers offering ranges of skills. From music and audio to digital marketing and graphic design, they've got somebody to help you with just about anything. If you haven't noticed, I have been, let's say, lacking in the branding and design portion of my YouTube channel, which is why, with the help of Fiverr, I reached out to 3 different artists at 3 different price points to see which one, if any, can help me out with my situation. I can honestly say that I was blown away by the attention to detail and speed at which these artists work, and regardless of the price point, I got back some pretty good stuff, including the one from the $50 freelancer, which will now officially be the new banner art for my channel. I fell in love with this design, and I recommend you guys go check it out and look for little Easter eggs because that's how much passion and love this guy has for his profession. So if you are curious as to what else Fiverr might have to offer to you, click the link in the top line of the description and go to fvrr.co/David Seymour and use promo code David to get 10% off of your order. And thanks so much to Fiverr for sponsoring today's video. To start us off today, we've got the mixed berry yogurt toast from Sweatspace, a little bit questionable of a TikTok username. But to make it, I grabbed a round, crusty loaf of bread and a whole bunch of assorted berries, some honey and vanilla extract, as well as an egg and some mixed berry Greek yogurt. While I don't specifically dislike it, most yogurts, especially Greek yogurts, are not on the top of my favorite food lists. Especially in the mornings when I feel like a lot of people eat them. I've tried to eat Greek yogurts in the morning, and every single time it just smells to me like slightly off ricotta cheese or sour cream or something, and that's not really what I'm in the mood for in the mornings. Hopefully this recipe will transform it enough for me to like. We're gonna mix it with a little bit of egg and some vanilla extract, press down a little cavity in a slice of bread, and then lay in some fresh fruit, whatever kind of berries you've got on hand, in whatever kind of pattern your heart desires. And then in the comments of this video, the creator mentions you can either air fry it or use the convection setting on an oven or toaster for about 10 minutes until the bread gets nice and crispy and that custard sets fully. I know what you might be thinking, could I get more basic or millennial to start this video? And to that I would say, well, you're not wrong. I'm a cusper. Us 96 babies do not align with the millennials. I guess we don't really align with the TikToking Gen Zers either, but before I start a generational war in my comments, let's just give this a shot. I don't think I got mine as pretty as the original video, but it's not terrible looking. I do find it very cool how such a liquid mixture can set like this solid that fast. This is good. I don't really have a problem with this. I would definitely eat this over just straight up plain Greek yogurt any day. It's transformed enough for me to be able to tolerate it. If you like crusty, thick bread and fruit and yogurt, this is probably for you. I love the way it looks for the 4th time, and I love the customization aspect of it. You know, whatever fruits you got in the fridge, just throw on there. Pretty plain, but very nice, wholesome way to start this one. Next up is a good old classic TikTok ramen hack. I'm sure most of you are familiar with these kinds of recipes. And for this one, you will need some nori seaweed sheets and water, some sriracha and soy sauce, ramen noodles, brown sugar, butter, an egg, fresh garlic, and some green onions. Does this feel like the 10th TikTok ramen hack I have tested on the channel? Yes. Is this specific one eerily similar to the everything bagel ramen? Also yes. But I don't care. As long as these TikToks keep getting made, keep getting millions of views, and keep looking as delicious as they do, I will continue to try them. I'm sorry, I just can't help it. I like these recipes more than the YouTube trending tab loves late night show clips that don't belong on that tab. I mean, come on guys, some of those videos have barely any views. We know there's some cash or favors flying around in the background somewhere. Anyways, that was a tangent. I chopped up everything I would need for this recipe, the garlic, the green onions. This comes together very quickly. It gets finished off with some of the ramen water, the egg, let that residual heat kind of cook and thicken everything through. And that's it. You plate this guy up, you top it with your nori and the green onions. We already know this is gonna taste good, at least. Where will it rank amongst the other TikTok ramens? We shall find out. I feel like my plating style has now progressed to not knowing if this was done by like a professional chef or an elementary schooler. It truly seems like there's no in between. I still don't have chopsticks, by the way. As I mentioned in the past, ramen would have to be disgusting for me to not eat it. It's one of my favorite foods, easily. And this is good, and I will be finishing it. I've already had half. But it's not one of my favorites. The flavors are very good. Obviously, it's gonna depend on how much of everything you choose to put in, the sauces, the garlic. The thing that's not doing it for me is the texture. I assume it's because of the emulsification between the egg, the pasta water. It's a little on the gloopy side. The egg feels slightly unnecessary if you're gonna dump in the starchy water anyway for body. I actually think in this case, you would want it to be scrambled as if it was like a fried rice and then dumped in at the end. Still incredibly flavorful and delicious though, clearly. I'm literally almost done. I have 2 more bites. I've been eating it in between takes. Just a very average recipe or hack on the overall ramen scale. Third on the menu this evening is Shayna Prebish's shrimp tacos with mango salsa. You will need some frozen shrimp and white vinegar, olive oil and sugar, some tahini and salt, water and small flour tortillas, a fresh mango, red onion, avocado, fresh jalapenos, garlic, a lime, and some cilantro. Sticking right with the theme of the last recipe, something being ultra flavorful, there's no way that this is gonna end up bland. These shrimp tacos are gonna get loaded with a fresh mango salsa, red onion, lime juice, some salt, and of course the cilantro. Then we're gonna quick pickle the jalapeno peppers, just as you would if these were cucumbers, with equal parts water and vinegar, some garlic. And then the shrimp themselves are gonna be marinated in a whole boatload of tahini. So like I said, this should be pretty tasty. If you couldn't already tell, I'm really savoring and basking in the recipes that actually bring some flavors to the plate. As you will see with the following recipe, the main course of chicken and pasta, that might be a bit of a problem, but we will address that when we get there. The only other comment I have to say about this TikTok in particular, can we please get rid of this style of editing? Can we Control-Alt-Delete it, get rid of it, pretend it never happened? The cuts are so fast-paced, you can barely keep up with it. I feel like I'm having a damn brain aneurysm when I watch these videos. I know most kids these days have the attention span of a squirrel, but still, I had to watch this damn video like 18 times over just to write a shopping list to cook this. I'm not sure who or what popularized it, but I swear it was never this big of a thing until TikTok came along, so can we please just go back to normal videos? Thank you. Anyways, once you've got all your components ready to go, it is time to assemble these beauties on a taco holder that one of my friends definitely didn't steal from a chain restaurant for me. Feel free to go as heavy or as light with each one of these ingredients as you wish. I tried to follow the video exactly, and these are looking pretty. Shayna Prebish, let's see what you got. These look very promising. Hopefully we can keep the streak going. As anticipated, these are phenomenal. They are jam-packed with flavor. Every single component in there is so well seasoned. I love the mango salsa. The tahini shrimps are delicious. I do find myself wanting a little bit of moisture. I think a little drizzle of salsa verde or maybe a Mexican crema, even a little tiny bit of the pickling liquid from the jalapenos would be really good on this. I just inhaled that first one in about 30 seconds. I feel like so many people are scared to deviate at all from their standard taco night with the hard shells and the ground beef. If you're one of those people, I'd recommend switching it up once in a while if you got a couple extra dollars to spare on all the fresher ingredients. It could lean a little bit pricier depending on how many servings you're making with all the fresh fruits and the shrimp. But if you can swing it, I would say absolutely go for it because these are phenomenal. And for the last course of the day, our entree recipe from officially Alicia P, the creamy chicken pasta. I attained some light table cream and salt and pepper, chicken breasts and bacon, spaghetti, Italian seasoning, evaporated milk, and a fresh red pepper, garlic, and onion. At first glance, you might be asking why I even chose to make this recipe in the first place, and outside of it having over 250,000 views, the main reason is because no matter how many times I rewatched this video, I felt so unbearably indifferent about it. Like, sure, how could heavy cream, chicken, pasta, and bacon baked together taste bad? But the seasoning department is highly lacking, and like, I just have so many questions. How chewy is the bacon still gonna be by only cooking in the oven in liquid? How is the pasta not gonna be overcooked by parboiling it and then baking it for 45 minutes? And most importantly, is this even safe to consume? Can somebody tell me if I'm risking any foodborne illnesses or diseases here? The imagery of straight up raw chicken touching all the vegetables and the half-cooked pasta was really unsettling to me at first. But I suppose if you get all your components up to 160 some odd degrees, it should theoretically be safe to eat. Either way, I will be keeping an eye on my overall health and the status of my insides and keeping you guys all updated. I assume the main intrigue of this recipe is that once you got everything chopped up, it literally just gets dumped all into the same pan. Like I said, baked at 350 degrees for 40 to 50 minutes until that chicken is cooked through. And it would be a real shame if a little extra salty, starchy pasta water got in there. You know, just to add a little more body and flavor to the sauce, even though the recipe does not call for it. She advises to take it out of the oven and mix it around every 15 minutes just to keep everything cooking evenly so nothing dries out on the top. And 45 minutes later, we are here. I just spent over an hour and a half cooking the damn thing, and I still don't really have any opinions on it. So let's give our fourth and final recipe a shot. I don't know. Okay, so let me start with everything I like about it first, and then we'll get into everything else. I like how the pasta is cooked. I was fully expecting this to be super overcooked because of how long it was in the oven, obviously. And even after all that time and the 4-minute boil, it's cooked pretty perfectly. And unfortunately, that's where the good things end. I know there's different kinds of bacon, and there's lots of different ways of eating it, traditional ways of eating it around the world. I've never been able to eat bacon that's like this, where it's just so soft and gelatinous still. It's gotta have a little crisp to it. Where on the flip side, the vegetables are extremely crispy. They needed some heat before they went in the oven. In some kind of pan to soften them up so you're not crunching mostly raw onions and peppers. And the main issue, to probably nobody's surprise, is it's just so damn bland. Salt, pepper, and Italian seasoning can only take you so far. You pretty much feel like you're just eating a bowl of pasta and cream. I do feel like this one has a ton of potential though. If you took the extra step, one extra pan to cook the bacon, brown the chicken in the bacon fat, soften up your vegetables in that fond, then throw it all together with some Parmesan and Pecorino, maybe a shot of cayenne or something, this could be really good. As it stands though, we'll not be making this one again, and I cannot advise any of you to make it either. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, leave me a big old like. Thank you so much to Fiverr for making this one possible and hooking me up with my brand new channel art. Follow me over on Twitter and Instagram if you do not already. And other than that, have a fantastic weekend, and I'll see you right back here next time. Peace! Bring my finger cooking, chefing in that kitchen, flexing how we living, yeah. I'm cooking up that fire out in David's kitchen. They were calling me a lie, nah, they be wishing that they could have seen the fire out in David's kitchen. Yeah, we cooking up that rah, yeah, yeah. Now we eating all the fries out in David's kitchen. Yeah, we living super size, yeah.